read out the Medscape guidelines and go through the Medscape guidelines. The author downloads, here are some of the checklists you have to follow. Then we go to the step submission guideline. Now, entering to the submission guideline, here we can see the Ijatm Medscape submission guideline. You have to follow the policy what is given. Please click the link, and in your new tab you can get the PDF which you can download and you can read out it. Get a save and you can read out in your PDF. So the text is given here out is according to the PDF given. So you have to follow all the instructions given and all the procedure has to be promptly done. Here are some of the few points the author has to follow, and please read out those topics so that it will be easy for you regarding the submission. And please follow each and every text 2 or thrice to go through the submission. Thank you.
What he does. He's got a couple of choices. When he was on the About section, he may have seen a link to submissions, or perhaps more prominently over on the sidebar, the Make a Submission button. Let's click on that. And right away, he can see that he needs to log in or register to make a submission. So let's follow him through there. Now you can see a button right at the top to create or connect with your ORCID. So if Jalal already had an ORCID account or wanted to sign up for one, he could click that button, put in his ORCID identification, and his profile information would be automatically filled in on the OJS registration page. But let's just focus on what's here. So we will fill this in with his information. First name, last name, affiliation, and his country. Let's say United States, and then an email. I'll just make one up here. A username, a password, and repeat it. And those are all the information fields he needs to fill in. He does have one more choice. Would he be willing to review other submissions for this journal? We could say yes. And he could put in his interests here. Maybe he's interested in scholarly publishing, open access, open source software. You get the idea. Checks a button that he's not a robot. That goes through, and the register button. And that's it. We've tried to make the registration process a lot simpler in OJS 3 so authors can get up and running very quickly. Now that he's registered, he can go ahead and make a new submission. This automatically takes him to the 5-step process. Again, for those of you familiar with OJS 2, this looks a little bit the same, but again, we've tried to make some improvements here. First of all, he can select the section that would best fit his article. And agree to all of the points on the submission checklist. And if he had any comments to the editor, he could make them here. And read the copyright statement and agree to it. On to step 2 to upload the submission. Right away, he'll be asked to select an article component, and that might not be immediately obvious what it is, but hopefully once he chooses the drop down, he'll see that there's a number of options. And let's now upload the Word document. You can see that it's a drag and drop, or also to click the button to upload the file. You can grab that from here. And there we go. Opportunity to review the details. This is an editable field, but that's fine. We can just leave it as is. If he had another file, he could click on this and upload something like an image, or if there was a data set in an Excel spreadsheet, all of those kinds of information can be uploaded here. We'll keep it simple though. We'll just keep it to the one Word document and save and continue. We can fill in the prefix because there is one. And if there's a subtitle, that can continue down below. That'll be displayed after a colon. And that's done. And then we can put in an abstract. Let's just paste one in there quickly. And then we can see he's listed as one of the contributors. If he has co-authors, we can add a contributor by just clicking on that link. And you can fill in that information. Including an email address and a country. And you can see there are additional user details, but those aren't required. But he does need to indicate whether she's an author or a translator, whether she's the principal contact. We'll leave Jalal as the principal, and whether to include her in any lists that display the author names. And save. Good, now they're both there. In terms of metadata, let's choose a few there. Just typing them in and pressing enter creates these keywords. And save and continue. Confirming that you're happy with everything. I could always go backwards and make some changes, but it looks good. Let's finish the submission. Am I sure? Absolutely. And step 5 is just the next steps. Thank you for submitting to the Journal of Public Knowledge. An email has automatically been sent out from the editor thanking the author for making the submission, and the editor has also received an email notification letting him know that there's a new submission ready to be reviewed. And that's it. With these 5 simple steps, the author's been able to upload his submission to the journal and is ready to hear back from them. Thanks.
To the author workflow. You can see the my queue and the archive there. If you go to the my queue, you can see the articles what you have submitted just now. You can see the submission, review, copy editing and production. You can see the submission file that you have submitted during the submission of your manuscript. You have to submit all the documents that is required by the journal, and the Ijatm requires the every documents according to the numerical form they have put on. If you miss some of the documents that have to be submitted, you are not allowed to edit, so you have to go and you have to submit in the pre-review submission. If the Ijatm allow you to do some of the correction before the review, then you have to add off in that upload. Then the step goes to the review. In the review form, you can see the decision from the journal, whether it is accepted or rejected, or some of the acceptance is done with the a reviewing request. It's not been any notification from the reviewer. So till and until the reviewer gives the notification, the reviewer attachment will be blank. Clicking the review attachment, you have to revise according to the comment and you have to upload the file. If you have any more discussion by the Ijatm or the journal, you have to upload the reviewing discussion and you have to upload it. Then the step goes to the copy editing. You will get the notification of the email from that point also. So you have to upload all the required documents. Then after, as the review response hasn't come yet, so this stage is not initiated. You can make a edit on or comment on, or you can recorrect or revise your article and upload. So then step 4 is the production. The same option will be there. You have to follow the same steps. So as per the steps, you have to mention the points. You can see the summary. You can go to the view metadata. In the view metadata, you can see your details. In the view metadata, you can see the details you have submitted. You can recorrect from there too. And there you can change the title or recorrect the title. You can change the title according to the corrections. The one thing, the limitation of this platform is you are not allowed to add the list of the contributors. So you have to request the journal by the email to add the contributors. They have the access to add the contributors from their admin. Then after, you can change the other keywords. You can edit the keywords, and whatever the correction is needed, you can read it and you can save. So these are the steps that the author has to follow. They have to regularly check out their emails and promptly act on the notification.